262 over 261. Let's see. That's my earring. Sorry. Golly. Alright. Let's see how this works. Oh, let me silence my phone. Turn off my voiceover. Oh, actually, let me make sure this chapter actually ends in this book. Because sometimes they don't end in the same volume and you have to go to the next volume to get the rest of the chapter. And that is really, really annoying. Blah, 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 blah. No, that doesn't look like a chapter skip. Is that a chapter skip? No. Doesn't look like. Doo-doo-doo. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hope everybody having a nice weekend. Hope everyone had a nice week. And don't forget that when you get all stressed out, just take a deep breath in and a nice exhale out. Breathing exercises are what have kept me going. There we go. Chapter break. We're set, puppies. I don't know where I come up with these nicknames. Y'all tell me in the comments. I don't know. Chapter 16. Isn't Alex 16? Oh well. The traveler has crossed a major milestone and must persevere toward his goal. Having gained the momentum necessary to achieve his intended destiny, he must take action. Can I stop italicizing these? Makes it hard to read. For the days that follow, Shapri is oddly distant. She goes through the motions of having conversations with us at lunch and working on lab projects. But the life behind the actions is gone. I don't know what I can do to help, since the truth is the thing upsetting her in the first place, and she's too far in. She's too far in to believe any more lies. The best thing is to do nothing and wait for Shapri to recover. Simi and I spend a lot of time together, most of it discussing Shapri. She tries to come up with all these various plans to help Shapri accept her gifts and to quit being afraid. Everything from finding another channeler to helping us get in touch with her dad to showing off our powers in a non-threatening way. I already know the second option's not going to work, since that's basically what caused the current emotional mess. Plus, I don't really think worrying about Shapri's feelings are all that important, given the whole life and death situation we need to work out, but I don't tell Simi. I don't feel at all right about it not including Shapri in our training sessions. She should be there. She's one of us, Simi drawls, as we exercise the runes in my bedroom. Exercise with runes. The eye, I say, referring to the rune she's holding. No, She sighs. Damn it, I mutter, slapping my knee in frustration. Her side commentary broke my concentration. Next one, I command. She obediently removes another rune. From the pile spread out on my comforter, the stones clacking together against each other as they move, and holds it in her hand, awaiting my response. Odin, I say, almost immediately, feeling a prickling sense of recognition. No, it's cattle. They look kind of the same, though. But they're not the same. They've got the two totally different meanings. Ugh, why can't I get it right? I hit the side of my head with my palm. Now is not the time for failing. How much time is even left for me to master this simple skill? Her life may depend on it. Alex, Simi says, placing her hands on each of my knees. You've been extra hard on yourself lately. It's just an exercise. Your powers need time to get stronger. I've been practicing for years and haven't improved at all. That doesn't help, I sulk. I haven't got time. I haven't got years. I need to get better now. I don't understand why it's so important now all of a sudden. I can't. I'm interrupted. Not by the Simi in front of me, but by a second Simi. A future Simi. Stop! She shouts in complete desperation. You've got to stop hurting people. She begins to cry. I want to comfort her, but if I try, the vision will break. Simi continues to sob violently. The wind whips us in the face, bringing a faint scent of a faint tinge of sewage and pizza. Listen to her, Shapri says, crossing the space with a series of heavy footsteps on pavement. You stay away from me, he yells. His voice is panicky, tense. Listen to her. Another person says, this one belongs to me, future me. The sound of 5 rapid heartbeats counterbalance. 5 measured breathing patterns fills the silence. Who's the 5th? Won't you listen? Simi asks in pain. For me? Footsteps slam across the pavement. People are moving from one side of the space to the other, too fast for me to keep track. There's grunting and gasping. Dax wouldn't listen to our reasoning, so now we're left with no choice but to subdue him physically. I wonder what my future self is doing. Where's my coffee? My throat's kind of... Am I leading the charge? A high-pitched wail fills the air. A scream, racked with pain, pure pain. In the middle of the frenzy, a body falls and hits the pavement with a crack. The smell of pizza and sewage are replaced by raw flesh. The bottoms of my feet become wet with a heavy substance. No! My future self shrieks with the same high level of torment. Footsteps rush over. A breeze from the movement makes me tingle. Shapri chokes out, already on the scene. Simi! 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 She repeats with a sacred chant. Dax is nowhere to be heard. The me in the scene is wailing and crying, even more loudly than Shapri. A third figure stands somewhere off to the side, frozen. I can sense the body heat and hear subtle breathing, but can't pick up on a scent or any other clues that tell me who it is. You chose the wrong guy, I say. The sensations of my present and future selves merge, and I am able to feel what he is feeling. My hands are running through her hair and over her face. She's wet, so wet. My hands grasp at hers and press them against her stomach. I'm being too rough. I fear my future self could be making things even worse. Then I let go and bring my hands to her heart. That's where they are. When the thump, thump, thump of her precious heart stops, it just stops. Her body shudders and she's gone. Forever. Again. Shapri holds fast onto my hands, equally distraught. At least I bring my free hand to the face of Simi's corpse and press down her eyelids. I still love you, I whisper. I'll always love you. The last thing I feel is Shapri's hand in mine as the vision recedes back into the future. A second vision of her death. This one even more gruesome and horrifying than the first. I'm there, but I can't stop him. Tears flow down my cheeks. I can't let it reach this point. I can't let Simi meet Dax, ever. I can't let her go die like this. I begin to rock back and forth on my bed, but the rocking motion does nothing to soothe me. Alex, what happened? What did you see? A live version of Simi asks. I was so caught up in the vision I forgot she was here. She has her arms around me now, making hushing noises and there we go, clutching me to her chest just like Mom always does when she thinks I need cheering up. Electric currents leak from Simi's skin. They try to make their way into my body, to deliver their calming effect, but they can't get in. Nothing can make me feel better, not even Simi. Nothing, I force from my lips. I can't talk about it. It's okay. It's okay. Shh, she says. She keeps rocking me. We don't have to talk. That's true for now, but I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep this secret from her. Later that night, after Simi has gone home and I've calmed down a bit, Dad comes to talk to me about my latest vision. He listens patiently as I tell him everything I remember. But I thought you saw her get choked by a tennis ball. The fuck? He replies in a calm tone, despite the fact that I'm on the verge of having a panic attack. I did, I say at the same time. I let out a deep breath. It makes my voice sound weird. And now you see her dying this other way, outside, and with a lot of blood? I shudder, recalling the scene, the vivid imagery. Yes, so you've seen two alternate visions of the same event. Dad summarizes like this is an academic exercise, and not a matter of life and death. But they aren't the only alternatives, right? There's still the version where nothing happens, where Simi lives. I plead, as if Dad's agreement is everything is enough to make it so. Yes, yes, of course, he answers. It's easy to tell his thoughts are somewhere else. My clock ticks the seconds away. After a while, he refocuses and continues. I don't think there's a choice as to whether or not you meet Dax. For some reason, the universe is pulling the two of you together. I snap my fingers weakly. I'm scared. I don't feel ready for a showdown with good versus evil, especially when the source of evil is this guy. I don't like this. That's what I wanted to protect you from, Dad says. Defeat resonates in his voice. I guess we're forced to choose the lesser of two evils and believe it's not a confrontation with this guy, but and believe it or not, a confrontation with this guy would be the better option. Is this something you can handle? I've got to save her, Dad. I don't have a choice. No, he quips. You don't. We sit in silence. Dad gives me time to absorb everything. I've got a feeling he's not even reading my thoughts. He's letting me have this quiet period of reflection before I make the decision that changes my life. That could change my life, or even end it. When I'm ready, I speak again. So how do I find him? Well, you want to find him. That's the first step. And you've got to keep practicing as much as you can handle. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner you can go back to your normal life. I let out a laugh that's somehow both sarcastic and nostalgic. If you're telling the truth, if you're telling the truth, if you really want to find him, you won't be able to undo the decision. Once you accept your fate, then fate has a way of really speeding up its course. Are you sure you're ready? I have to be, I say, mustering every ounce of bravery, trying to convince myself as much as I'm trying to convince Dad. Then work with me. Let me help you as much as I'm allowed, he says with tenderness. Before I can respond, he wraps me in a bear hug. This time I don't try to escape. Instead, I feel sheltered and, for the moment, however briefly, I feel safe.